Hey, welcome to a live and direct session here at 91.3 WYEP. I'm Kyle Smith, and joining me today is Mars Jackson, independent Pittsburgh hip-hop artist who has put out a single that we've been playing for quite a while called Look Up. We'll talk about that, and he'll perform it live in just a few minutes. He's also got some other songs. You may remember Heart Dance from Good Days Never Last Forever. And Mars, welcome to the airwaves, and I want you to fill us in a little bit on Old to Me, New to You. It's a collection of some songs, but I noticed they were up on Bandcamp.
Yeah, Old to Me, New to You was definitely old songs that I didn't get to see the light of day, you know. And like I said, when you're quarantined and everything and you got time to just go into your computer and look at some of the previous tracks that you've done and they didn't come out, I looked at those two tracks and I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna put these out. So I eventually just put them out, put them on the Bandcamp, and was just like, all right, let's see how people like these. And people really like the songs, and I was just like, yep, these are from 2015. So it was just like showing growth.
You have worked and honed your craft quite a while in a studio, and have been a producer and whatnot. What was that experience like? Just going in recently after it being a couple of years since you'd put some music out.
Man, it was really awesome. Just being able to be around the people that I was with Dan Selly and Bobby Webster and Cam Chambers, just being able to get with those guys and create, you know, a song that, you know, I haven't dropped the album in 2 years, so it was just like people still love that album, you know, but I wanted to give them something new from me. I was like, you know, not saying I'm tired of my album. I love Good Days Never Last Forever, but it was just like, you know, it's time to give people something different and give them more of me and my vulnerability in my music.
Mars Jackson is here. Why don't we start off with a song, Mars?
All right. Live and direct. WYEP. Mars Jackson. And I know y'all at home right now. I want you to get up out your seat and have some fun. Do your favorite dance. And just celebrate. Come on. Walk up in the function feeling all good. Shout out to all my people from every hood. Know you got a couple fools up to no good. Or maybe that brother misunderstood. Or maybe he ain't grow up like a G. In the streets selling peas to make cheese. But now he in the hood making peace. From the north to the west to the east. You know you can't forget about the south side. Cross the bridge uptown, that's the district. I made it out, not another blast statistic. Ford's Market where I used to buy my mystics. I seen it all, I'm just being realistic. I remember when we couldn't afford fish sticks. Tussin Street where I had my first shindig. You from my city, man, you better be specific.
We came to have some fun.
Come on.
We came to party. It's a celebration. And we gonna dance the night away. We came to have some fun. We came to party. It's a celebration. And we gonna dance the night away.
Hey, before you hit the parkway, you better double check. Pre-roads on deck, you know I'm a vet. From downtown to Point Breeze, that's 20 minutes. But if you driving like Mars, that's only 5 minutes. Before East Shady, it was East Lib. White tees, DVDs had the block lit. I remember Harness Wagner had the best kicks. Before the Villa was popping, I went to David's. Man, it's not the same driving through Garfield. Before our youth, they saving lives up Garfield. I remember all the fun that we used to have. I remember all the clubs that we used to have. From Jig and the S Money, I'm the man. The scorching hot, that kid hot, you wouldn't understand. I remember when our city played Pittsburgh hits. Act like you from the city when you play this here.
We came to have some fun.
Come on.
We came to party. It's a celebration. And we gonna dance the night away. We came to have some fun. We came to party. It's a celebration. And we gonna dance the night away.
Everybody do your dance. Hey, everybody do your dance. Everybody do your dance. Hey, everybody do your dance.
91.3 WYEP celebration, starting off our live and direct session with Mars Jackson. We've been able to do a few of these here in our studios with Pittsburgh musicians, and Mars is here today to share some new music and also a little celebration there. Thanks for getting things started on the right foot.
Yeah, celebration.
So, as a producer and writing and rapping and moving into the studio, how long have you been honing your craft? Are you a self-taught producer, or is that something that you learned from a lot of other folks?
I kind of always think of myself as like I'm a man of many talents, you know. Producing wise, I haven't really got into like beat making or anything like that. But as far as like producer of like just knowing what I like to listen to and having an air of music, more like an A&R and just like production wise, I'm good at that. So I feel like when I was younger, it was just like being able to listen to a lot of music. A lot of music was played in my household. You know, my mom is the only girl out of 5 brothers. So I got to listen to a lot of different types of music growing up. But I always knew that I wanted to do something with rapping and singing. So when I was a kid, I was in the choir. You know, I played the violin. Me and my sister played the viola. So we were always in the mix of something that was music, whether we sang in church or anything like that. So it was just always in me.
I would love for you to describe, because on your Bandcamp page it says that you've got Midwest and West Coast styles. Can you explain that a little bit?
Yeah, like pretty much. I can't help what I like listening to. I like funk, man. I like listening to G funk, P funk. I like listening to it all. But you know, everybody has this thing where they're like, you know, is Pittsburgh Midwest or is it, you know, East Coast or whatever the case may be. I always felt like, you know, we're 2 hours away from, you know, Ohio and everything like that. So, yeah, I was raised up on Bone Thugs and Harmony, you know, and different other things. And then it's like you see like somebody like Wiz that like has that real smooth coasting flow and things of that. So I think it was just like that's kind of the Pittsburgh sound, I feel like.
How about if you can fill us in a bit about the Empty Space Project? It's in New Kensington, but I didn't know much about it before seeing a video. And you also did a video there for Look Up, if I'm not mistaken. Tell us a little bit about the Empty Space Project and how that's kind of opened things up for you.
So the Empty Space Project is pretty much like it's out in New Kensington. It's like you know what? How could I describe it? It's like if you are part of the X-Men and you go and see Professor X, and there's all these like pretty dope people in there with superpowers. So like with us in Pittsburgh, our talents are our superpowers. So they eventually call people up to, you know, come work with them and do something creative. Like it's just a big, like pretty much like a building, and it has so much in it. Like you have to go and see it. It's phenomenal, and they're like a creative agency, I would say, but they're really putting on for the talent of Pittsburgh. And
well, it seems that way. I've seen that name pop up a few times on videos and some stuff that you put out there on social media as well. You know, it's been a rough time with not having live music since March 11th or so, when things were kind of shut down here in the city. I know that that time you were in New Orleans.
yeah,
And for the first time in a few months, we've had a little bright spot that City Theater is going to be doing the Drive-In Arts Festival over at Hazelwood Green. And it's going to be 12 nights of Pittsburgh-based programming outdoors on a stage, and people are going to be in their cars September 10th through the 27th. But you're playing with a band on Friday, September the 18th. How excited are you to get back in performing?
I'm super excited. Like I'll be with the band. I'll be with my DJ. It's going to be really beautiful. I feel like this is just something that, you know, the people of Pittsburgh need at this moment in time. And I think it's really creative and just, you know, amazing that you can do something with like a drive-in, and you can come and you can watch and you can enjoy yourself and everything. And plus, you know, it's towards the end of the summer, so it's like, why not go into the fall and just like, you know, make people happy. You know, I want people to dance. I want people to enjoy themselves. So I'm gonna go hard with trying to tell people, hey, come to this, because this is going to be something that you're going to enjoy.
And really, 12 nights of Pittsburgh-based
Yes.
programming and music. Not only will you be able to discover some new folks, but hopefully catch some ones that you've been wanting to see or haven't seen in quite some time. So that's happening on September the 18th. We're going to get back after a couple of songs. Marcy's going to do a couple of new ones. You're going to do a couple of songs, but one of them is a new song. And then we'll get to look up your big single that has been out a little bit later on during this live and direct session. We're live and direct with Mars Jackson here on WYEP. How about a couple of songs, Mars?
Let's get it. Yes. You gotta keep your head high. Keep your head high. Hey, we just had a celebration. Now I'm telling you to keep your head high. Let's go, Nardo. Come on.
I see all hope as the world cries. Keep my faith and lift my head high. Life's a journey, we shall survive. More happy days for you and I see all hope as the world cries. Keep my faith and lift my head high. Life's a journey, we shall survive. More happy days for you and I.
Came from a family of hustlers. I'm looking at my mother as the Lord's top usher. I'm thankful for the love that she gave to me. Anointing my head and praying over me. I know I run these streets, I know you want me in church. Only God can judge me, that's why it hurts the most. But you know I honor thy mother, but I don't deal with my father. I mean, why should I bother? I know life gets harder. That's why I got smarter, from the bench to a starter. 34 years, man, it couldn't get harsher. I could have been murdered. I could have been George Floyd. Instead, in my city, I'm the talk of the town. Cause when my chips was down, nobody was there. Except the ones who loved me and told me they cared. As these tears streamed down my face, I know my grandpa up in heaven with a smile on his face. Like you did it, Mars.
I see all hope as the world cries. Keep my faith and lift my head high. Life's a journey, we shall survive. More happy days for you and I see all hope as the world cries. Keep my faith and lift my head high. Life's a journey, we shall survive. More happy days for you and I.
Hey, come on. More happy days for you and I. Hey, come on. More happy days for you and I. Gotta take them to church. Hey, ha, come on. Hey, come on. If you at home, I want you to get up and dance a little bit.
I see all hope as the world cries. Keep my faith and lift my head high. Life's a journey, we shall survive. More happy days for you and I see all hope as the world cries. Keep my faith and lift my head high. Life's a journey, we shall survive. More happy days for you and I.
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 I said for you and I.
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 For peace.
Yeah.
For joy. For love. For happiness. For freedom. For freedom. For peace. For love. For joy. For happiness. For freedom. For freedom. I just want to be free. Yes. Hey, it's a new one I wrote. It's called Shine. It's a little rough, but I said, let me do it for you guys. Shine. Come on. Hey, ain't no mountain too high for you to climb. If you lack take some of mine. If there's no joy, then have some of mine. I got a message from God, he said we all gon' shine. Ain't no mountain too high for you to climb. If you lack faith, then take some of mine. If there's no joy, then have some of mine. I got a message from God, he said we all gon' shine. I told God I surrender, yes I had enough. And then the big guy in the sky had called my bluff. I was looking in the mirror so disgusted. The ones I love, I felt like they couldn't be trusted. I separated from the ones that I grew up with. I was hurting, I was crying, yeah I wasn't myself. I was down, I was out, I just needed some help. Food for thought for some advice, no comments, no Yelp. Swimming laps, Michael Phelps, Kevin Love, mental health. I'm just speaking on my truth, jumbled thoughts I can't show. The Royal Rumble of life, every man for himself. I find peace in these songs so y'all could sing along. I wanted all the love, I wanted recognition. I wanted all the smoke, I wanted competition. The Lord told me, chill my son, you in a good position. Go with your intuition, and don't forget your mission. Ain't no mountain too high for you to climb. If you lack faith, then take some of mine. If there's no joy, then have some of mine. I got a message from God, he said we all gon' shine. Ain't no mountain too high for you to climb. If you lack faith, then take some of mine. If there's no joy, then have some of mine. I got a message from God, he said we all gon' shine. Everybody get your shine on. Look, everybody get your shine on. Hey, everybody get your shine on. Everybody get your shine on. Hey.
Hard not to be in an upbeat mood and feel positive after Shine and also Head High. We're live and direct with Mars Jackson, independent hip-hop artist here from Pittsburgh, who will be performing at the City Theater Drive-In Arts Festival happening at Hazelwood Green. It's 12 nights of Pittsburgh-based programming, September 10th through the 27th. It's a drive-in style, and Mars will be playing there with his band on Friday, September 18th. But we had talked about doing this session for quite a while before we found out about a week ago or so that you'd be performing. But back in the month of May, you released your first piece of new music in a couple of years, and I didn't really realize when I heard the song what it was about, but Look Up was born out of some tough times and about the journey dealing with a bunch of issues. Maybe you can provide some insight to some folks who haven't heard the story yet.
Yeah, man. Look Up, man. Look Up came from just being able to, dig deep within my past. Growing up without my father, being, 34 and just realizing like, man, like, a lot of things that you grow up with and you just suppress them. And I thought like, man, I make music and, I want people to feel how I feel. And I know there's somebody else probably going out there, probably in the same situation or, not just about my father, but just also just in life, like looking up, like seeing a positive in today. That's why I always say be better tomorrow, because it's like you got to be better today, but you also got to be better moving forward. So I always thought like, if I can be that voice for people to just play that song and just be like, you know what, he's right. Let's look up. Let's have fun, and just keep going, keep having faith. And I'm a big believer in faith. So, linking up with Cam Chambers, and Dan Sully and Bobby Webster, we made that on the spot. Like we literally made that the first day we met each other, like officially. So,
well, that's what I was going to ask, because if you want to provide insight a little bit to who Dan Sully and Bobby Webster are, I know they're producers. And
yes.
Is Cam Chambers part of the Pittsburgh music scene as well?
Yes, he is.
All right.
Yes, he is. Dan Sully and Bobby Webster are two phenomenal producers. They're young, they're up and coming. They're just amazing. Like they produce some good artists, and I was one of the artists that they got to produce, and I just wanted to just show people what our city has. And Cam Chambers, R&B, like soul singer, like he's a man of many talents, but his voice is just something that's phenomenal. And we just connected, we just clicked, man. It was just like the first day we met each other, we didn't know each other. Dan sent me a song of his, and I listened, and I said, wow, I love this song. I didn't know if we was going to make music the day I met him, but literally 8 hours with chilling with these fellas, we make a song, and then pow, I was able to
I know it's an used word, but pretty magical when something like that can
Magical.
happen with producers and musicians getting together, not really knowing each other. And,
Yes, and we met at the Empty Space Project. Like, it was just like, hey, come up, pull up. I pulled up, and then it was just like, I didn't know what I was getting myself into, but to come out of there with a song like Look Up, and then it was like inspiring us as we made the song. It was just like the words and everything, and they were just like, wow, bro, like, it's amazing.
I know I've said this on the air quite a few times, and perhaps to you as well, but I think the power of a song is when you wake up with it in your head and
Yes.
are singing the lyrics, and that's happened a lot of times. And I'm not sure if I was just reaching for things over the last few months because of lockdown and all the things happening in our society, but it's been a bright spot this spring and summer. So why don't you perform the song we're talking about now, and we'll do it. We're live and direct with Mars Jackson here on WYEP.
Hey, they said you had a long way, boy, is you strong enough? So what you waiting for? Do you want it bad enough? You gotta take control if it ain't adding up. Keep shining your light and you'll find your. Hey, they said you had a long way, girl, was you strong enough? So what you waiting for? Do you want it bad enough? You gotta take control if it ain't adding up. Keep shining your light and you'll find your. Woo! Come on. Ooh, it's just the feeling that I get whenever I'm with you. Come on. Ooh, it's just the things that you do. It's hard, you had enough. You got a choice. I say, look up. Pep talk to myself, I'm amazing. The pursuit of happiness, what I've been chasing. I bring it up a lot in conversations. So much a fool start paraphrasing. Everything I do, I want validation. I'm the point guard, so I call isolation. Mama told me push the limits with no hesitation. Be a leader, be a chief, that's what I'm embracing. Some days I feel off. I know where I'm going, but still I'm so lost. God knows I've been running from my own thoughts. Only got one life, so I'ma follow my heart. Soft reset, it just had to be. I'm always in my mind trying to find me. I'm Malcolm in the middle of my family tree. Grew up without a father, that's a deadbeat. Come on, yes. Ooh, it's just the feeling that I get whenever I'm with you. Come on, ooh, it's just the thing. I know it's hard. You had enough. You got a choice. I say, look up. So we had a celebration. Kept your head high. Then I wanted to see you shine. All my life that fazed me. Then I heard Man on the Moon, that album saved me. They see the sky might fall, but I feel free. I show love without a charge or a service fee. I do. Some days I feel off. I know where I'm going, but still I'm so lost. God knows I've been running from my own thoughts. Only got one life, so I'ma follow my heart. Soft reset, it just had to be. In the garden of my mind where I plant these seeds. Grew up without a father, that was bittersweet. Watch how I break the cycle, this just can't repeat. Hey. Ooh, it's just a feeling that I get whenever I'm with you. Come on, ooh, it's just the thing. I know it's hard. You had enough. You got a choice. I say, look up.
There it is, a song you've heard a lot over the last couple of months here on WYP. It is Mars Jackson, live and direct. He's a Pittsburgh independent hip-hop artist And that song definitely has kind of almost a smooth jazz and R&B style to it.
Yes.
And I can't wait to hear it on stage because you're going to be playing September the 18th at part of the events that are happening at the Drive-In Arts Festival at Hazelwood Green. There's going to be 12 nights of Pittsburgh-based programming. Mars will be there with the band on September 18th. And are you excited for the band experience?
Oh, yes, I'm excited so much. This is actually going to be my first live set for real with a band. Like, I've done open mic nights with a band. I've jumped on other people's sets with a band, but to actually see Mars Jackson live with a band is going to be something else.
What does that bring that the studio doesn't for you?
You know what? I think it brings more of a freedom. I think it's like a freedom to just vibe on stage. And it's like if you're in your living room and you're vibing, with the people that's in the studio or anything like that. But to be with the band, it's a different type of feel. It's like you guys can just imagine when you're sitting in the crowd and you're watching your favorite band, and then like they're just doing amazing stuff up there. So it's just like I want to bring a different feel, I want to bring a different vibe. So I hope, people are going to be enjoyed by it or are going to enjoy it.
So you put the full length out 3 years ago. Will there be a full length Look Up, or is that in the plans?
Yeah, so Look Up is a part of the album that I'm working on. The album is titled Be Better Tomorrow. And Be Better Tomorrow is just something that I've really been taking my time on. And I got time to just really grow within what I want to push out to, my supporters and new listeners that, I get to get their ear. So it's pretty much going to be something that's going to be good for the city, good for the world. It's good food that you can digest and feel proud of and everything. So I'm excited to be working on it. I got a few surprises on it. So what you heard on Good Days Never Last Forever, just think of that. But, this is something different. It's going to be amazing. And it's always like with an artist, us as artists, we want to outdo ourselves. So that's what I want to bring to the people of Pittsburgh and just being proud of being a local artist here.
All right. Mars Jackson, thank you very much for your time, and thanks for coming in and doing a live direct session that is a little unorthodox at times because we don't have a full band here and to use some tracks and stuff. But thanks for your time, and we'll see you on September 18th, that show that's happening over at the Drive-In Arts Festival in Hazelwood Green. Thanks a lot, Mars.
Thank you.